everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Ravens coming in at 1-3, going up against the Lions, who come in at 1-3. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Detroit Lions and the Baltimore Ravens. They'll run for the first time with Lacey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. All right, let's get a peek at these starters here in the Golden Child, Golden Tate.
Love his versatility because you can use him anywhere in your offense. And he's an excellent kick returner. Loves to play the game. Plays with passion.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Kamale Correa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And the Ravens are going to have a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Max Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. He'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Here's the offensive unit. Max's parents liked him so much they put an extra X on the end.
And they could do that because they saw something before the rest of us. They saw the potential of Max Williams, and it's coming to realization now in the NFL. A really good tight end with a little bit of speed.
9 yards to go. It's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Ebron caught left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Second down and just 1. They'll hand it off. Lacey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Back to the ground, it's Lacey. And he gets it down to the 32. All week in practice, they stress grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. That means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. To throw on second down is Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down following the run. They'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ezekiel Ansah in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff. Here's Lacey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the 1st on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got time in the pocket. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll come out in the pistol. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7. to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And you got to think if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
One back is Lacey. And they'll give it to him here. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Freeman again. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Man open left side. It's Williams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, the hurdle. Oh. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
Here we go.
Shipped together here from the D-line. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Take it at the 37. A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He's got time. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jude Ijebarima. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh will send on the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now in 10-3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Ebron with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. off of play action. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a 10th carry here for Lacey. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And the tight end Ebron in motion. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, Lacey. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Throwing is Stafford. It's caught. Jones past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll run it with Lacey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And the play clock's running down. Here's Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Both the run and pass still in play here on 3rd and goal from the 3. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go with Lacey. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eddie Lacey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Let's go! 319! 319! No. Check. Let's go!
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously. But the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch him rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
Here we go now. Party. Detroit. Set. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. This from long, very long range. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
So for the Ravens, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.